it's coming home, it's coming, football's coming home, it's coming home, it's coming home, it's coming, football's coming home, it's coming home, it's coming home, it's coming, football's coming home, it's coming home, it's coming home, it's coming, football's coming.
What's up, guys? Welcome to the Football Block. My name is Brandon, and we're here today with part 2 of the video that we had the other day, where it was kind of like a season recap. And in today's episode, or today's part, we're going to have a lot of different opinions from people all across the country who support many different clubs, and they're going to talk about how they thought the season went and what they think their club should do in the future. But before we get into that, I wanted to just do like little review and my reaction of the Champions League final. Overall, I thought it was a great game. I had a lot of fun watching it. Bayern Munich ended up winning 1-0 over PSG. My match prediction was Bayern Munich 4, PSG 1. I really thought that Bayern Munich was just going to come out of the gate and smash PSG. That didn't really happen. Bayern ended up winning. I think they were the better team overall in the match. But PSG did very well. You can even argue in the first half they were the better team. They had a ton of chances. Neymar and Mbappe really got on the ball, but second half came around. They defense really kind of shut out Neymar and Mbappe, and then because of that, PSG's chances kind of just went away. Bayern Munich, I thought their attack wasn't as good as normal as usual. They weren't as dominant, but still, they're the better team by far. Manuel Neuer, in my opinion, man of the match. Made some amazing saves. So overall, I think Bayern Munich deserved winners this season. They're best team in Europe by far, but PSG wasn't too far behind. Credit to them, they did very well. So now that that's over, without further ado, let's get into everyone's season recaps.
Now for the team you guys have all been waiting for, the best team in London, the best team in England, and the best team in the world, Chelsea FC. Man, I could talk about these boys all day, but I'll keep it short for you guys. We had Frank Lampard, my favorite player of all time, and the best center midfielder of all time, and I will take that to the grave. We had him coming in, taking an average Chelsea team with a transfer ban, and taking them to top 4. He did this the best way you could, youth. We had Tomori, Mount, Abraham, Reece James, and a handful of other players all making their debut this season for the club. A lot of them were great players. Mount and James, I think James is the future. He's going to be the best right back in the world in 3 years. Mark my words, you heard it here first. James and Mount, they were phenomenal. Abraham was okay. He had a good start to the season. He was scoring goals. He was up there with the top goal scorers. Then he slowed down a little bit, which made all Chelsea fans question his future at the club. And Tomori, he was there in the beginning too, but that's besides the point. We had a great season overall, I think. A lot of ups and downs along the way. We were right around that 4th, 5th, 6th spot the whole time, but we ended up in 4th, like I said, which is great. We'll have Champions League next season, which we're going to compete for this time, not get smacked by Bayern Munich. And Premier League, I think we're going to be competing for that too. Not with the team we have, but because we're bringing in Werner and Ziyech, they're confirmed. Kai Havertz, oh my gosh, I'm already like just thinking about this team and how nice we're going to be next season. We also got Thiago Silva, the vet, coming in. He's going to help all of our young defenders get to where they need to be. And Ben Chilwell, because that left back spot has been kind of garbage for us this season. But it's all right. We got all 5 of them coming in. We're going to be nice next season. We got Pulisic up top. I got to take some time to talk about him on that left wing position. He was phenomenal before the restart, but post-restart, he looked like the best player in the Premier League. He scored that wonder goal against City. He had that wonder assist against Liverpool where he just cut through the defense. Oh my gosh, it was so nice to see. So him, Werner, and Ziyech up top. We got Kai Havertz, probably Mount in that midfield spot, or Kovacic. Kovacic had a great season too. And we got Conte and Jorginho at that CDM. We got plenty of depth in the team this time around. We got Chilwell, Thiago Silva, and whatever center back we take at that second center back slot, and Reece James or Azpilicueta at that right back spot. We have a phenomenal team next season. I'm so excited to see what's going to happen. Our biggest problem, I guess, with that new team would be our goalkeeper position. Everyone knows Kepa was, a little shaky. He was the world's most expensive goalie, but I think he had the worst save percentage in the top 5 league. So that really hurt to see from a Chelsea point of view. I don't know what they're doing right now. There's a lot of rumors going around about him being sold or him staying at the club or even a loan move. So we'll see. If we could bring in a goalie, I think our team would be complete. We'd easily compete for the Premier League. Champions League would be a little bit of a stretch, but who knows? Lyon made it to the semifinals, so anything's possible. I'm happy with a 4th place finish, honestly, because I think that's where we belonged. I think we belong in 3rd, but Manchester United bought VAR, so it worked out for them. We did lose the FA Cup final to Arsenal, but it's the FA Cup. Who cares? It's Arsenal. Let them have something every once in a while. They need a trophy too. They need to think they're relevant. But it's fine. Chelsea, they're going to be winning the Premier League next season, competing for Champions League, and just like me and all the other Chelsea fans, I am so excited for next season and what's to come.
So Arsenal had a bit of a mixed season this season. They started off pretty poorly under Unai Emery, but once Arteta came in, he sort of helped them pick up on their form and had a strong finish at the end of the season, beating teams like Liverpool and Man City and winning the FA Cup, which got us Europa League in the end. As for next season, I'm hoping that we can either make top 4 or be able to win the Europa League in order to qualify for Champions League for the following season. I think if you can achieve that, it's like a step in the right direction, and it'll give us the necessary funds to be able to invest more into the squad, because right now in this COVID climate, a lot of teams will not have enough money to be able to invest on big money signings. As for this transfer window, I'm hoping that Arsenal will invest in 3 areas, depending on who they sell or / re-sign. One big area is center back. It has been a problem for Arsenal for many years. This season we signed David Luiz, who has had mixed results for Arsenal. He has conceded a lot of penalties and made a lot of mistakes, but he seems to be a little bit more stable in his performances in a back 3. So if we want to get the best out of him, it's better to get him 2 other partners. And I think one great player that we are already actively trying to sign is Gabriel from Lille. We also last season brought in Pablo Mari and William Saliba. I feel like they'll both be able to feature in the first team and be able to provide some stability in the back line. In terms of fullbacks, I don't feel like we need any sort of new signings. Our starters in Tierney and Bellerin are pretty much locked. Saka can fill in at left back, and so is Kolasinac and Cedric are both serviceable backup options. For goalkeeper, Leno and Martinez are pretty a few of the best 1-2 punches that we could have. But in terms of center midfield, it's a position of huge uncertainty. Ceballos is returning to Real Madrid on loan. Guendouzi is currently being disciplined by the club. Mesut Ozil, he basically hasn't played that much since the start of the season. Torreira is also in a similar boat. So I'm thinking we need some heavy investment in center midfield. And a couple options that I kind of want to see is either Thomas Partey from Atletico Madrid, or bring back Ceballos from Real Madrid, or Doucouré from Watford, or this might be an unrealistic signing, but Aouar from Lyon. For our attacking options, I feel like we have decent depth at our winger positions. Aubameyang can play on the wing, and Pepe can fill in on the right wing. And we also signed Willian on a free, so plus we have a few youngsters who can fill in on the wings too. So I feel like the depth at a winger position is good. But in terms of striker, it's a bit of a question on who is going to be our striker for next season. I'm not sure if Lacazette is going to stay. I feel like he is still a good option when paired with Aubameyang and Pepe. But if he doesn't end up staying, then I would like to see Arsenal sign someone like Danny Ings from Southampton or Wilfried Zaha from Crystal Palace. I feel like they can provide enough goal scoring in order to help Arsenal qualify for the top 4. And this also depends on whether or not Aubameyang resigns, which I think he will resign. But yeah, that's my sort of summary for Arsenal this season and my predictions for next season.
Okay, so from the start of the season, considering what happened in the 2018-2019 season, and knowing that many of the players that failed at Anfield and in the Copa del Rey final were going to stay with the same mentality, same coach, same board, same everything basically, plus De Jong, I didn't have many expectations for the season, definitely. I didn't expect for us to win any trophy at all. My expectations were super low, though I of course didn't expect an A2 at the Champions League, but we'll get to that later. And yeah, as you could see at the start of the season, Barca lost many important games in La Liga, like against Athletic, against Granada, Levante, tied against Osasuna. It was a mess. You could see that coming, but it was a mess with Valverde. You knew that it was just the same thing as the last season, only with worse tactics, incredibly. And well, then Valverde left inevitably after the Super Cup loss, and then Setien took over. We were classified to the Champions League round of 16. We were first in Liga, but only with 40 points, tied with Real Madrid. And in my opinion, you win the league in the first half, not in the second half. So it was going to be very hard. And well, we sorta started well, but then decayed a lot, mainly because the players, I think, rebelled against Setien because he wanted them to train more, he wanted them to give more. Also, he wanted to bench some of the important players, and yeah, that clearly didn't work out because they didn't respect him. And we fell apart, lost or tied games in Liga, lost the lead, and then inevitably, when a good team showed up, they scored 8 against us. And yeah, that was the only logical end of the Setien era, and he got sacked as well. But yeah, it was very expected. This season I didn't expect much, didn't expect us to win any trophy, and indeed we didn't. Now for the next season we will see if Koeman manages to change the mentality of the players, the ones that remain at least, because it's clear he wants to sell a few of those heavyweights. But we will see. We'll see, because with Bartomeu in charge, you can't expect much either. Anyway, that's my recap of the season.
That should wrap up today's episode. If you liked this type of video format, let us know in the comments below. And if you want to appear in a future episode, reach out to us on Instagram, through the comments, or through email. So with that being said, thank you very much for watching. See you later.
It's coming home.